Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here with us on this Friday morning, wrapping up a great week in the outdoors and a great week on our show. And we'll be giving away some stuff later, but let's first look at our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning right there on up in 77, right there. As you go through Southport on the left behind the school there. So we're proud to have them as our sponsor. Looking at a high today of 86, low 73. Water temperature into the pier right at, well, we'll call it 79.3, so we'll round it off to 80. It's close enough. Really good reports of fish being caught off the pier right now. Some really good activity going on there. We'll talk about that later. The river reading is brought to us by Mountain Dew. Get outdoors and do. Apalachicola Bluntstown is at a 4.1, looking good, and Choctawhatchee at Caryville a 3.9, so right around the same. Both rivers in great shape. I mentioned this yesterday. It's going to be a good weekend to be on the river. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. What a great week of super tides. Loaded right at midday, 12:02. Then coming in high at about 116. 116 will be perfect, okay? And then it's strong coming in and strong going out. And the wind's going to be coming out of the south at about 15. So it'll be, if you're in a small boat that's a little, get down a big old open in the middle of Choctawhatchee Bay or middle of St. Joe Bay as the wind's blowing, you see, be careful there. A lot of people don't realize until they get out there that the wind's in double digits. It can be tough. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's get caught up on some of our pictures we've been sent this week. I haven't had a chance to show them all the time because we have different guests in. I like to spend as much time as I can with them. So let's get caught up. Gloria Turner sent this in. Check this out. This is cool. Hey, Winston. Excuse me. I wanted to change it up, so chartered a bass fishing trip to Central Florida on Lake Eustis. Had a nice young teacher guide who was raised in the area and grew up fishing with his grandfather, who was a game warden. This is the biggest one I caught on a crankbait. Had a great time and will charter again with him next year, Gloria. So check this out. And I know she had fun catching that. And Gloria is one fine fishing lady, and she's constantly sending us pictures and all, say on top of everything going on. Thanks, Gloria. It was another great experience. Said by Greg Taylor. Hello, Coach. I killed this Miriam today in the Black Hills of South Dakota. I sent a picture of it to a friend of mine, Norman Thibodeau. He emailed me back and said, I had won one of the seafood draws on Friday. Sounds like a surf and turf dinner for me. Thanks. Okay, so here's a picture of it. Let's get it right here. Is that not a good-looking turkey? I won't say the same about the hunter, but that's a good-looking turkey right there. Okay, moving on. Ryan Mason. Wade fishing. Wade fishing, just a lot of fun. He was Mark Bossler, and it's not complicated. This is a fine trout. He had a little video. He released it and had a little video releasing it. Nice release and just a good job right there. On those big old trout, they're not that good to eat. Got a lot of worms. So if you can, release as many of those as you can. They have a lot of eggs in them. So good job, Ryan Mason and Mark Bossler. Coach Chester. Here's Tim McGuffin. Tim's been on the show before, and boys, here it is. 4 pompano caught today. And he ran out there and just caught them, and Tim was a fine outdoorsman. Tim, thank you for sending that in here and sharing it with the viewers. All the things going on now. All right, what about this one? Jim Blythe sent this. My buddy, hair register with a nice Holmes Creek brim. What a beautiful weekend. Here it is. Is that not a great picture? Is that not a fine fish? But look at, I look at the fish first, then look at a big old smile second, then look at the background, how beautiful that is, how relaxing it is to get up on beautiful Holmes Creek. We don't talk about Holmes Creek enough on this show, but it is a fine place, and a lot of folks have fished, a lot of folks up in that area. Captain Kim from Sea Quarters Marina. sent this picture. She called them the persistent pescadores. That's a great name for some fishermen. And here's a catch right here. I don't have their names, but that's a good catch right there. And I know that's a fun trip. Okay, Billy Grantham sent this, and we're covering Carabelle, we're covering, this is St. Joe Bay. This is Jordana Baxley, just having fun. And you can see that little shark there. They're a lot of fun, really are. They're a lot of fun to catch. And they're not, don't get too close to unhooking them up and just release them and catch them again tomorrow. Or if you want to try to eat them, you can. They don't taste very good. A couple more. Tony Johnson, hey, Winston Chester, just wanted to drop a line to show you these beauties caught this weekend off Orange Beach. Me and my high school friend Drew. As you say, real people doing real things. What a blessing to live in paradise. Still tuning in every morning, God bless. Thank you, Tony. Here's a picture here. Check it out. Is that not a great picture? Big old smiles here, big old smile there. That's a good little trip right there. It's fun fishing with high school friends and all. We're going in on the funny one. When you no longer have a place in your flower bed, I know a lot of y'all planting and all, and everybody wants to get different and creative earrings and this sort of outdoorsy, plant a little garden there and watch it grow. Okay, all right. Let's. Before we take a break, I do have a cute announcement to make, a good announcement. We got a call the other day from Fred Myers. He said, "Hey, Coach, I just want you to know that Carter, remember when Carter was on the show last week and he interviewed me and we talked about all kinds of things. That was his project for his class project to get a grade on. Well, Fred called me and said, Coach, I just want you to know that Carter made 100 on his report. They showed the little 4-minute video. He said, matter of fact, when he showed his 4 minutes, he cut it off. The teacher said, well, keep it going. She wanted the whole class, and they watched the whole show. They wanted to see the whole thing. So they watched the whole show of Panhandle Outdoors, and they got a kick out of it. Then she did a survey and said, how many of y'all, if we put outdoor education in middle school, how many of y'all would take the class? 100% of them raised their hands. So I thought that was cool. So Fred, thank you for sharing that good news with us. And Carter, thank you for doing that little project like that. That's a win-win for everybody. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I had a little video set up. I can't pull it up. What it was a bear, a picture of a bear right there, not too far from the boat ramp in St. Joe, and it was just running on the sidewalk and all. And I got to thinking, it was funny. We had a bear, and then I tied it back to the video of the shark that Bill and Donna shot, the shark out on Cape San Blas. And I started putting the things together. We had a shark at San Blas, we had a bear in St. Joe, and I wrote down, we're getting just a lot of people moving in. It's a double-edged sword, but anyway, it's good and bad. But you always see a joke, don't move down here, don't move, because, and I started making a list of why you want to tell people, don't move down here. We love to have them to visit, come here and spend the money visiting, but tell them we're getting crowded in here. And here's some, so I'm just tell them, I wrote down some things on it. I just was putting this sort of as a joke last night. It's too dangerous. And you can show them the video of the shark that we had last week. The shark's right there, all over the place. So it's too dangerous. We have sharks and then the bears. And I try to put up this bear video for you because it's fun. The bear just running right there right there in St. Joe, and we've got other bear pictures in different places. So tell them we have too many bears, and the bears are in the towns now. And then the third thing, big snakes. We've got big snakes. I mean, really big snakes. And you've seen some of the snake pictures we've showed. So we'll tell don't move here. We got all this stuff. And then I started saying, oh, what else? What about these yellow flies? And I meant to mention that during the weather. I'm getting all kind of reports on yellow flies. But I didn't have to because they started coming in this week. They sent that little scout, and then it started two. So I'm seeing it, you see one or two at a time, then it starts forming. I talked to some folks down at Howard Creek, and they said they were bad down there. They're coming in spurts. But I also talked to another guy. He said he's had more trouble with little horse flies, and we haven't seen those lately. It's between a yellow fly and a big horse fly. is a little horsefly. So we got those coming. Of course, you know the mosquitoes, how big they are. And I think out of all of them, the ones I get irritated more with is the no-see-em. So you got those three things, okay? Tell them how bad the lightning is. That's scary. Bumper-to-bumper traffic. We see that all the time. You don't want to move because of that. A lot of the natural areas being destroyed by developers just building things. And, you know, you look at Destin, the before picture of Destin and now picture of Destin. So I'm afraid that's where we're headed. So do all you can to discourage people from coming down. It is a situation where we don't have any control of it, really. I had some other things too. I wanted to mention. Okay, I don't have time to get into it. The people asked about that cake. Remember I had a cake done the other day? Okay. Also, two things I'm going to go over. The app on the birds, I'm going to go over it again. Someone asked me the other day, where you take just hold your phone up here, the bird, and then it will identify what bird it is. Here it is, called the Merlin. Let me pull it back up. Technology is amazing. Okay, hold on. Okay, right here. The bird ID, it was the Merlin bird ID, okay? That, and also in making the cakes, right here, this is Lake House Cake by Shannon Gay. And she makes all these real fancy cakes. Remember, she made this one. And if you want something really fancy made, I mentioned that last week. I just wanted to talk about it again. Okay, I have some other things. I don't have time to get into them. One of the things that, as we get ready for a fishing forecast, one of the things, make sure your equipment's in order. The little things, if you have a chance to get do little things like your flies and all. Fly fishing is just phenomenal right now. And it's a great time to go through your fly fishing. So visit your tackle stores, like I say, and check out your fly fishing assortment. If you haven't had a chance to do any freshwater fly fishing, it's just an awesome thing to do. Okay? Now, I also wanted to make sure, let me see. I wanted to mention this to you. I wasn't going to mention it, I just want to show you. This, real quick, I want to show it to you. I don't want to sympathy or anything. I just want you to take a look at this right here. This is my May calendar, okay? You don't have to spend a lot of time looking at it, but I just wanted to show it to you. It's a situation where this is the busiest month of my lifetime. I've been caught in a situation, it's like the perfect storm. I've had family things I've done, a grandson running track up in Mississippi, been out there a couple times. One granddaughter graduated from Gulf Coast, wrapping things up. Then just this week, my granddaughter Mackenzie wrapped her graduation in high school, and it's had all that. And then, of course, my duties as a school board member to go to all the graduations and the senior recognitions and the elementary recognitions, and it's been amazing the things I'm doing right now. And then the TV show, we're going to come up with something every day to keep y'all entertained and informed. So it's just been an amazing, busy month. So I've asked for your patience and your prayers as we get through this. We've got about another 2 weeks of it, of May. And it's the only sad thing, all of this stuff is good stuff. Stuff that I thoroughly enjoy with every fiber of my body. I enjoy it. I enjoy the graduation. I mean, these are the end product of what we all thrive for, to get those kids graduated and a big smile on their face and see that mama and daddy hug that grad. I mean, it's all worth it. So it's good things, and my family, of course, and this show is all great things I enjoy doing. But it's just a lot of stuff on the plate now. So please be patient with me, and like I say, keep me in your prayers. And I've been a little sick too lately, a little head cold. So Jeff's been a lot of help. Gail's been enormous help. So I appreciate all that. Now, as we get ready for our drawing, don't forget C&G tomorrow. Now I'm going to be down there, and I'm looking forward to it. And we're going to have a good time. We'll eat some good food and have the camera with me. We're going to add Cynthia Russell, Russia Russell's better half, Cynthia Russell from Lynn Haven, into our drawing. So you can we'll draw for the seafood. But now you can enter this any time. Remember that. Okay. All right, the winner of the $20 gift certificate, about to get a full pickle jar. And the winner is going to be all the way from Cottondale, Chris Barnes, $20 to C&Z. And take a look at the big red snapper. It's going to be good. All the way from Springfield, Alan McCutcheon. Okay, it's going to. This is a good time of the year to eat seafood. It's just as good as the other 51 weeks of the year. Anytime you get fresh seafood from Tarpon Dock, it's good. Let's take our final break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I want to mention now the CCA rulers for the tournament. It's going to start Memorial Day. Remember those rulers you have on your boat? You have to measure. If you catch a redfish, it's tagged. You have to measure it on the ruler. Well, I just got a call from one of my former students, Caitlin, who works at West Marine. They're one of the sponsors of that big statewide tournament, and I've talked about it before. I'm going to really talk about it next week as we're getting into Memorial Day. But the rulers have finally come in. They've had trouble getting them in, so they have them now. If you want to go ahead and get it, if you're going to be fishing in that tournament, it's a good time to go ahead and do that. So make sure, I'm right to the show, I'm going to get one. Okay, now, the biggest bite I've seen talking to people, like I said, I haven't had a chance to go. In fact, the calendar I showed you had all my stuff on it. It should be a calendar with just 4 letters on it. F-I-S-H, fish, because May is my favorite month of the year, and I've done less fishing this year I think I've ever had in May. So make sure that you make time to go. I can talk a good game, but flounder, the guys I talked to the guy the other night, they went out and gigged 5 flounder. He said they saw a bunch of smaller ones, which is a good sign, but they waited and just picked out 5. That's all they wanted to gig, and when they got those 5, they came on back to the house. So Flounder is picking up really strong. So that's the first thing I wrote down. I also want to mention the pier. Here's the pier here at St. Andrew State Park. Pier fishing is just fun this time of year, just getting out there. And remember, this pier does not go out quite that far. So if you're going pompano fish, you're going to go all the way to the end of it. So pier fishing, then of course I had the county pier and city pier on down the road there. But in general, I wrote down king mackerel fishing is good. Again, I saw where Brockmeyer and some of those folks he had out caught some more kings, kayak king fishing. I said the same thing like last weekend, catching kings out of a kayak. It was a lot of fun. So the kings are in. They're not in huge numbers, but they're pretty steady. Also got good reports on tarpon. They're starting to see tarpon. It's a small tarpon. I actually saw the pictures of people taking catches a small tarpon, and they're a lot of fun. That's one of the most fun fish to catch. They just fight back and forth and all. Anything like that is a lot of fun. But surf fishing, the pompano. You saw the picture earlier. The biggest pompano are coming in right now. Okay, the biggest ones you're going to catch will be right now. Now they'll fatten up a little bit more in the summer, but they'll be more in the bay system. Hopefully, like I say, the state record was caught in St. Joe Bay. So anyway, talking about it, let's go ahead and talk about the jetties right here. Fishing off jetties is going to be good this weekend. Right here, St. Andrew off the jetties right here. That's always good fishing, always a go-to spot. And we mentioned St. Andrew Bay, the whole system. Again, these really high tides we're having, they're coming in here real strong this weekend. This whole West Bay area is going to be good, as will the Choctawhatchee Bay area. Like I say, you're going to pick your times on Choctawhatchee Bay. I've gotten good reports on it. There's good steady fishing over here in Hogtown Bayou. Hogtown Bayou is a go-to spot. Okay, real quick, I got to move on. We're going to get on down here to St. Joe Bay. I left off East Bay, but I didn't mean to leave. Don't forget East Bay, but I'm already here at St. Joe Bay. We got good strong tides here. The Blacks Island area, really good. Fish there if you can early, and there's incoming tides, and you're going to have a lot better situation. Again, I talked about Town Beach right here. Okay, and then coming out of the canal, the flounder bite's going to be good here coming out of the canal. You can fish right here from shore. See the area right in there? You don't have to have a boat. You can wade fish. This area right here, you can park side of the road and wade fish all through here. And then if you're in a boat, if you're in a boat and come along in here, trout fishing. If you want to do some shark fishing, to me, if I was going to fish one spot this weekend for sharks, I'd fish right off Cape San Blas Point right there. I really would. Okay? And St. George Island, if you're in the area, I would really put the boat right here on this side of St. George Island. Put the boat in right here and fish the backside, or you can wade fish right in here. Okay? I'm about to run out of time. Make sure you have a chance to get out there and use, if you got a chance to use live bait in the bay, go ahead and do it this time of year. Surf fishing, I would go ahead and stay with the fish bites. Fish bites have been strong. I know folks are still catching them, and mix up the colors. Like I said, Tim McGuffin caught his on. He had stayed on one particular color, and that's what he didn't catch him on any other color. So, and I'm not gonna tell you the color. You just go and try different colors. I've had different luck with different ones. So try different colors of fish bites. Okay, gonna wrap it up for the week. We've had a good week here. We appreciate your loyalty and your viewership, and we ask you to enjoy the weekend. Try to see me tomorrow at CNG. Have a great weekend. Do something good for fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.